New York City, the city that never sleeps. From the bright lights of Times Square to hidden speakeasies and rooftop views, there's no shortage of unforgettable experiences. In this video, we'll cover 37 of the very best things to do in New York City. Stick around until the end for insider travel tips to make your trip unforgettable. 1. Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. The Statue of Liberty is one of those iconic symbols you just have to see up close. Ferries leave from Battery Park and tickets start at around $25 for adults. If you want your own pedestal or crown access, book early. Those sell out months ahead and cost a bit more. Plan for at least 3 to 4 hours if you're including both Liberty Island and Ellis Island. At Ellis Island, the Immigration Museum is a moving experience, walking the same halls where millions of immigrants first arrived in America. Insider tip: catch the very first ferry of the day. You'll beat the crowds, the security lines move faster, and the morning light is perfect for skyline photos. 2. Walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. Walking the Brooklyn Bridge is one of the most classic New York experiences, and it's completely free. The bridge stretches just over a mile, and the walk takes around 30 minutes, though with photos, most people spend closer to an hour. Facing Manhattan, you get that postcard skyline shot with One World Trade Center in view. Facing Brooklyn, you'll see the Manhattan Bridge and the waterfront. Insider tip: start from the Brooklyn side in the early morning. That way, you walk toward the Manhattan skyline, avoid the midday tourist rush, and share the bridge with locals out jogging or biking. 3. Top of the Rock. If you only pick one viewpoint in New York, make it Top of the Rock at Rockefeller Center. Tickets are around $40 to $45 and give you access to 3 levels of observation decks, including one without glass panels, perfect for photos. You'll need about an hour to enjoy it. The Empire State Building stands front and center, and behind you, Central Park stretches for miles. 4. Times Square. Times Square is loud, chaotic, and unlike anywhere else in the world. Giant digital billboards, costumed characters, and flashing screens surround you 24/7. It's free to visit, and you only really need 20 to 30 minutes to soak it in. For the best view, head up the red TKTS steps above the ticket booth. It's the perfect photo spot. Insider tip: come after dark when the neon lights are at their brightest and the energy is electric. Or early in the morning if you want pictures without the shoulder-to-shoulder crowds. Don't linger too long though, it's an experience, not a hangout. 5. Central Park. Central Park is New York's green oasis, stretching across 843 acres of lakes, gardens, and trails. It's completely free, and you can spend anywhere from an hour to an entire day here. Highlights include Bethesda Terrace, Bow Bridge, Strawberry Fields, and Sheep Meadow. In fall, the colors are spectacular. In winter, the skating rink lights up. And in summer, the lawns come alive with picnics and music. Insider tip: rent a bike for about $15 an hour if you want to see more in less time, or wander on foot if you're in no rush. For the best photos, sunrise or sunset gives you dreamy skyline views over the trees. 6. Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is pure New York nostalgia. Tickets start at $44 for the 86th floor deck, while the 102nd floor costs extra but gives you higher views. Plan for 1 to 1.5 hours, including time to get through security and lines. From up top, you can spot the Chrysler Building, One World Trade, and on clear days, even the Statue of Liberty. Insider tip: go just before sunset. You'll see the city in daylight, catch the colors of sunset, and then watch the skyline light up at night. It's like getting 3 experiences in one visit. 7. Broadway show. Seeing a Broadway show is something you'll never forget. There are over 40 theaters showing everything from classics like The Lion King and Wicked to brand new hits. Tickets usually range from $70 to $200, but prices spike on weekends or for popular shows. Performances run 2.5 to 3 hours. Insider tip: If you're flexible, check the TKTS booth in Times Square for same-day discounted seats, or try online lotteries where tickets can be as low as $30. And if you can, aim for a Tuesday or Wednesday evening show. They're cheaper and less crowded. 8. Grab a New York pizza slice. A slice of pizza in New York is more than food, it's part of the culture. A classic slice costs around $3 to $5, and you'll find pizzerias on nearly every corner. Joe's Pizza in Greenwich Village is a local favorite, and Prince Street Pizza is famous for its thick pepperoni square slices. It's a quick stop, 10 to 15 minutes for a slice on the go, but worth it. 9. Grand Central Terminal. Grand Central is more than just a train station, it's a New York landmark. Entry is free, and you'll want about 20 to 30 minutes to explore. Inside, you'll see the main concourse with its starry celestial ceiling, the iconic brass clock, and the famous Whispering Gallery, where sound travels in the arches. Insider tip: swing by the Grand Central Market for fresh pastries or snacks, or the dining concourse for budget-friendly bites. It's one of those places that makes you stop and look up, even if you're rushing to catch a train. 10. Relax in Bryant Park. Bryant Park is a little green oasis tucked behind the New York Public Library, right in the middle of Midtown. It's free to visit and makes a perfect stop when you need a break from the skyscrapers. You can spend about 30 minutes to an hour here, grab a coffee, sit under the trees, or watch locals playing chess. In summer, the park hosts free movie nights and outdoor yoga, while winter transforms it into a festive wonderland with a free ice rink and holiday markets. 11. Step inside the New York Public Library. Right next to Bryant Park is the iconic New York Public Library, guarded by its famous marble lions, Patience and Fortitude. Entry is completely free, and even if you're not a bookworm, the building's architecture is worth seeing. Don't miss the Rose Main Reading Room, where chandeliers hang above long wooden tables. Feels like stepping into a movie set. You'll only need 30 to 45 minutes to explore, but it's one of the most atmospheric free spots in the city. 12. Visit the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Met. The Met is the largest art museum in the United States, and its collection spans 5,000 years of history, from ancient Egypt to modern American masterpieces. Tickets are $30 for adults, though New York State residents can pay what they wish. You'll want to spend at least 2 to 3 hours here, but art lovers could spend a whole day. Highlights include the Temple of Dender, the Impressionist galleries, and the rooftop garden with sweeping Central Park views. Insider tip: visit on Friday or Saturday evenings when the museum stays open later. It's quieter and feels more magical. 13. Grab a cookie from Levain Bakery. Levain Bakery is legendary for its oversized cookies, crispy outside, gooey inside. A cookie costs around $5 and it's big enough to share, though you may not want to. The chocolate chip walnut is a fan favorite. Expect a 10 to 20 minute wait in line, especially in the afternoon. Insider tip: if you go earlier in the morning, you'll skip the rush and get a warm cookie straight from the oven. 14. Walk the High Line. The High Line is an elevated park built on old railway tracks on Manhattan's west side. It stretches about 1.5 miles and is completely free. Plan for 45 minutes to an hour if you walk the whole thing. Along the way, you'll find gardens, street art, and incredible city views. Insider tip: go early in the morning or on weekdays. It gets crowded on weekends. Sunset is especially beautiful when the buildings glow in golden light. 15. Sample food at Chelsea Market. Chelsea Market is foodie heaven, packed with everything from tacos and sushi to artisanal desserts. Meals range from $10 to $25, depending on what you grab. Give yourself at least 1 to 2 hours to eat and wander. Popular vendors include Los Tacos No. 1 and Donuttery. Insider tip: lunchtime is packed, so go before noon or after 2 p.m. for shorter lines. It's also a great rainy day activity. 16. Visit Little Island on the Hudson. Little Island is one of New York City's newest parks, built in tulip-shaped stilts over the Hudson River. It's free to enter, and it only takes about 30 to 45 minutes to explore, though you might want to stay longer if there's a concert or event. The landscaping is gorgeous, and the viewpoints over the river are stunning. Insider tip: visit at sunset for the best views of the skyline, and check the schedule. Many summer concerts here are also free. 17. Snap a photo of the Flatiron Building. The Flatiron Building is one of New York City's most photographed landmarks thanks to its unique triangular shape. It's free to see from the outside, and you'll only need about 10 to 15 minutes for photos. For the classic shot, stand at the northern end of Madison Square Park. Insider tip: go early in the morning before commuters flood the area. It's much easier to get a clean photo. 18. Eat a pastrami sandwich at Katz Delicatessen. Katz Delicatessen has been serving its famous pastrami sandwiches since 1888. A sandwich shop here isn't cheap. It'll set you back around $25 to $30, but it's enormous and iconic. Plan about 30 to 45 minutes, including the wait time. Insider tip: go during off hours like mid-afternoon to avoid long lines, and don't lose the paper ticket they hand you at the entrance. It's how you pay when you leave. 19. See the skyline from One World Observatory. One World Observatory at the top of One World Trade Center gives you the highest views in New York, 1,250 feet up. Tickets cost around $44 to $54 for adults, depending on the time and package. Budget about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the full experience, including the immersive elevator ride. 20. Hang out in Greenwich Village and Washington Square Park. Greenwich Village is one of NYC's most beloved neighborhoods, full of tree-lined streets, cafes, and historic brownstones. A walk here is free, but give yourself 1 to 2 hours to really soak in the atmosphere. Washington Square Park is in the heart of the village, famous for its arch and lively street performers. Insider tip: go in the evening when musicians gather near the fountain, and you'll get a real taste of the neighborhood's artistic soul. 21. Have a drink at a rooftop bar. Rooftop bars are part of the New York experience. Drinks typically cost $15 to $25 each, but the views are priceless. Plan on 1 to 2 hours, especially at sunset. Popular spots include 235th for Empire State Building views and the Press Lounge for skyline and river panoramas. 22. Exploring DUMBO in Brooklyn. DUMBO, short for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass, is one of the trendiest areas in Brooklyn. Exploring is free, but coffee, food, or boutiques will run you $10 to $20 per stop. Give yourself 1 to 2 hours to enjoy the cobblestone streets, art galleries, and that classic photo spot on Washington Street where the Manhattan Bridge perfectly frames the Empire State Building. Insider tip: go early in the morning to avoid wedding photographers and Instagram crowds. 23. Visit the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA. MoMA is home to masterpieces like Van Gogh's Starry Night, Monet's Water Lilies, and Warhol's pop art. Tickets are $30 for adults, and you'll want at least 2 to 3 hours to see the highlights. Insider tip: entry is free on Friday evenings from 4 to 8 p.m., but it gets packed. If you rather avoid the crowds, go early on a weekday morning when the galleries feel more personal. 24. Take the Staten Island Ferry. The Staten Island Ferry is one of the best free experiences in the city. The ride takes about 25 minutes each way, offering unbeatable views of the Statue of Liberty and Lower Manhattan. Ferries run 24/7 every 20 to 30 minutes. Insider tip: sit on the right-hand side when leaving Manhattan for the best Statue of Liberty views, and avoid rush hour when the ferry is full of commuters. 25. Walk along the Williamsburg Waterfront. Williamsburg Waterfront offers gorgeous views of Manhattan and a trendy neighborhood vibe. Walking is free, and an hour here is enough to explore. Domino Park, built on a former sugar refinery site, is a highlight with playgrounds, food stands, and skyline views. Insider tip: weekends often bring food festivals and pop-ups. Check local listings for what's happening. 26. Step inside Radio City Music Hall. Radio City Music Hall is one of NYC's most legendary venues. Tours cost about $30 and take 1 hour, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at the Art Deco design and even a chance to meet a rockette. Seeing a show like the Christmas Spectacular can cost $50 to $150 depending on seats. Insider tip: if you're visiting in December, book holiday shows early, they sell out fast. 27. Have a bagel with lox. A New York bagel with cream cheese and lox is a breakfast you can't skip. Expect to pay around $8 to $15 depending on toppings. Grab one from iconic spots like Russ and Daughters or Issa Bagel. Eating takes just 10 to 15 minutes, but it's pure New York flavor. Insider tip: go early in the morning when bagels are freshest and avoid peak brunch hours to skip long lines. 28. Ride the Roosevelt Island Tramway. The Roosevelt Island Tramway gives you sweeping views of Midtown for the price of a subway swipe, just $2.90 with a Metro card. The ride takes about 5 minutes each way, crossing the East River. Once on Roosevelt Island, you can explore parks and riverside trails. Insider tip: ride at sunset for golden views over the Manhattan skyline without the crowds of observation decks. 29. Go shopping in SoHo. SoHo is New York's shopping mecca, from high-end boutiques to unique local shops. Browsing is free, but purchases vary from $20 souvenirs to luxury splurges. Plan 1 to 2 hours. The cast-iron buildings and cobblestone streets make it just as much about the atmosphere as the stores. 30. Visit St. Patrick's Cathedral. St. Patrick's Cathedral is the largest Gothic-style Catholic cathedral in the U.S., located right on 5th Avenue. Entry is free, though donations are welcome. Spend about 30 to 45 minutes admiring the stained glass windows and soaring architecture. 31. American Museum of Natural History. This museum is famous for its dinosaur skeletons, giant whale model, and fascinating natural exhibits. Admission is $28 for adults, though New York residents can pay what they wish. You'll want 2 to 3 hours minimum here. Insider tip: go early in the morning or late in the afternoon. School groups usually crowd the middle of the day. 32. Take a walk down 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue is home to luxury shops, iconic buildings, and world-famous holiday displays. Walking is free, and you can spend 30 minutes to an hour depending on stops. Stores like Saks Fifth Avenue and Apple's flagship Cube are must-sees. Insider tip: if you're here in December, don't miss the elaborate holiday windows. They're magical at night. 33. Watch a Yankees or Mets game. Baseball is a true New York experience. Yankees tickets start around $25, while premium seats can cost over $100. Mets tickets are often cheaper. Games last about 3 hours. Insider tip: weekday games are less crowded and easier on the wallet. Grab a hot dog or a pretzel for the full ballpark vibe. 34. See the city of Summit One Vanderbilt or The Edge. Both Summit One Vanderbilt and The Edge offer jaw-dropping observation decks. Tickets range from $36 to $42, and you'll want 1 to 1.5 hours to explore. Summit adds mirrored floors and immersive art, while The Edge has a glass floor that makes you feel like you're floating. Insider tip: book sunset slots in advance. They sell out fast, but the views are unforgettable. 35. See the Vessel at Hudson Yards. The Vessel is a futuristic honeycomb structure of staircases at Hudson Yards. Climbing it is currently restricted, but visiting the plaza and taking photos is free. Plan for 20 to 30 minutes. 36. Go to an event at Madison Square Garden. MSG is known as the world's most famous arena, hosting everything from concerts to Knicks and Rangers games. Ticket prices vary wildly, $50 to over $300 depending on the event. Shows and games last 2 to 3 hours. Insider tip: if you can, do the MSG All-Access Tour for about $35. You'll see locker rooms, VIP areas, and the arena floor. 37. Visit Wall Street and the Charging Bull. Wall Street is the heart of New York's financial district. Visiting is free, and you'll need about 30 minutes to walk around. The highlight is the famous Charging Bull statue, which tourists flock to for photos. Insider tip: come early in the morning before the crowds arrive. Later in the day, it's packed with visitors posing for pictures. Bonus: best time to visit. The best time to visit New York really depends on what you're looking for. Spring and fall are sweet spots, mild weather, fewer crowds, and beautiful colors in Central Park. Summer is high season, it's hot, crowded, and hotel prices climb, but the city's buzzing with outdoor concerts and rooftop parties. Winter's magical with Christmas lights, ice skating, and the New Year's Eve ball drop. But bundle up, it gets cold. If you're looking for deals, January and February are the quietest months. Where to stay? First-timers should stay in Midtown Manhattan, close to Times Square, Broadway, and Central Park. If you want a trendier vibe, try SoHo, Chelsea, or the Lower East Side. For quieter stays with amazing views, look at Brooklyn neighborhoods like DUMBO or Williamsburg. Budget travelers can check out Long Island City in Queens. It's just one subway stop from Manhattan and usually much cheaper. How to get around? Walking and the subway are the fastest ways to explore. A single subway ride is $2.90, or you can grab a weekly unlimited Metro card for $34 if you're staying longer. Yellow cabs and Ubers are everywhere, but traffic can be brutal in Midtown. Insider tip: download City Mapper. It's the best app for navigating subway lines and bus routes. Where to eat? New York is a food lover's paradise. Don't miss a classic bagel with lox, a pastrami sandwich at Katz, and, of course, a slice of New York pizza. For hidden gems, try Xi'an, famous foods for hand-pulled noodles, or Joe's Shanghai for soup dumplings. If you want iconic dining, Le Bernardin and Peter Luger's Steakhouse are world famous, but you'll need reservations. And that wraps up the 37 best things to do in New York City. Whether you're crossing the Brooklyn Bridge at sunrise, catching a Broadway show, or grabbing that perfect slice of pizza, this city has its way of leaving its mark on you. If this video helped you plan your trip, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more insider travel guides. Tell me in the comments, which New York experience is at the top of your bucket list? Thanks for watching, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next adventure.